happy? Hey yo, what up? What's happening? We back. It's another episode of the Desert Podcast. We're hanging out out here at Kanye Vision Studios, dripping in Mawatle, as you can see. Shout out to everybody that made it back. Please hit the subscribe button if you enjoy our content. If you made it back here, hit subscribe down there, leave a comment. Tell us who you think we should have on this show, and if you can help us get them, let's get them. Today, we're hanging out with our Sizani, our Zizi. Do you have a nickname? Zaza. Who gave you that nickname?
I just grew up people calling me by it.
You just grew up people calling you Zaza? Where did you grow up?
Alverton.
What was it like growing up in Alverton?
It was fun.
It was fun?
I grew up around lots of cousins, brothers, siblings in general. So, yeah.
So you grew up in a very big family. Were you guys staying together, or you just happened to be around each other? Your families were close?
We lived close.
And how's that like right now? Is it still the same? Are you still close with those people?
Yeah, not that close.
What happened?
I don't know, we just got detached.
You grew apart. Different interests. Not even one cousin that you're still close with.
We just meet up during family gatherings, funerals, and yeah. But we hardly visit one another.
They hardly visit each other. Why do you think that happens? Do you think it happens like in every other family, like black or white, Indian, every other race? Do you think it's a similar experience where you grow up with people, you're close, and then as you grow up, your families just like diverge?
I think in the black people these days they've changed a lot, I believe.
They've changed there?
They've changed a lot.
In terms of?
Communication, relationships. It's no longer like before.
What do you think happened? What do you think caused that change?
In my family, for instance, it's gossip, hatred, jealousy that caused them.
It's happening in every black family, so you think it could be similar things. What do you, like, if you were to generalize? Sorry for putting you in that corner. If you were to generalize, what do you think is like the global problem? Because I feel like even in America, black people are experiencing the same thing.
I don't know what causes it.
What do you think? What do you think could be, like, if you were to make a conclusion? Okay, because you're giving your personal experience, you're saying is because of jealousy, gossip. Do you think it could be the same for everyone?
It's highly possible.
It's highly possible. Okay. I'm going to be very random with you, ne? Just bear with me. Just answer me. Whatever. Do you like Russians?
I do.
You like them? How do you feel? What do you think Russians would feel like if they found out that you eat Russians?
Yeah. How do I even answer that? Hey.
You don't. You plead the fifth. Which food from your childhood traumatized you the most? Like, it's a certain type of food. go tlapetše ko ra o nyako o ejele too much
e ntlapetše mara le no exercise ke morogo
morogo go tlapetše mara o sa o je
sometimes nyana mara a ke o rate vele ke a se a ke o kwešiše
what's your beef
ke no like sa o kwešiše nje morogo a ke o rata zanka o rata
Zanele o rata do you like cereal which one what's your top 2
cornflakes with bits
cornflakes yeah nah, those are the things that I do not want to smell the cornflakes little with bigs angeke lo di bone so those are your fighters do you like them with warm or cold milk
both mara kuna le bang khotsa ba add sugar na anything ya ba sugar ka gare
so you eat your cornflakes raw little with bigs you don't add sugar
I don't add
what about your amasi ingomas do you add sugar to your amasi
till you like it
do you like it
ke rata the original taste I don't like me I give you sweetened
you give a sweet have you tried it with bread
amas
should try it. Brown bread
pleasure
tsefaka kudu just the same way you would put pap just like whichever rotobonga like into smaller pieces nyana and like a bowl and then you add then gomas or a spoon yeah
now you can try a fresh milk ya broto
fresh milk what do you
no sikitisha nyana ya jera yo
with fresh milk it's nasty because the bread's gonna be so wet so, no can you bake
I'm not so good I usually bake with others so I can show one
you've never went on the mission by yourself magwinya
ka dira
wa dira magwinya all alone just not the scones
so you try one
okay what about we'll come back to these random questions now we're talking about your childhood. You say you grew up in Alverton. Did you spend like the rest of your childhood there?
Yes.
You were living with both of your parents. What was that like? Growing up with both parents.
I enjoyed the childhood yaka because na family structure both parents are there. We have siblings. So it was fun.
Are you like the eldest?
We are 6. I'm the 5th one.
6. You're the 5th. You have brothers or sisters? How many sisters and brothers you got?
3 brothers and 2 sisters. 1 sister passed, and then another 1 no. Or one.
One. Do you guys still live around each other? What is that like right now? Because I'm sure you guys grew up with each other. It was somehow the relationship's still the same.
It's still the same, and it's very much stronger now.
Stronger? What do you think made that type of a change? Why do you think they're stronger?
Re introverts. I'm for kam kagare na kwa gai. Dula re le gai kam ko so.
Even your brothers?
Ya tsamayang ka kudu ke the first one. Mara usually ga ya nothing linding ga ra ko gai. So
it's a shift here Friday to Sunday. Or during the week, do you drink?
Sometimes.
Why? Occasionally.
Yeah.
Well, what's your favorite bev?
Antastrai.
Aeropirish. Hey, that thing, I can't stomach it. You can no hunters dry. You go well security to go toilet. So I don't know if you were to drink, you're gonna buy a 6-year hunters. Why fetch a 6? Why fetch?
After an opinion. I would say it depends on the mood. I think I was too happy, you know, young fetch. Mara.
Hey, would you want?
Get our fast so.
I'll try it 6 years later. So you never go above.
Above.
Do you go out to drink?
I used to leave my sister, Mara, these days. And like since COVID, Arsankara yadi out. Arsankara yam nothing. Yeah, before COVID, Neria Marnaki during Easter, December holidays. So, Garang Wakasam which taveni. Maranjal Halkaya.
Halwa. You don't like wine? What about wine?
Yeah, it's really sweet.
It's sweet.
Anything sweet, I didn't know. Just really dry wine in.
Oh, you go dry read the job. Oh,
yeah, it's really sweet.
So, primary roots in the Alverton.
Moritushe, where came Moritushe primary?
Moritushe. What was that like? Were you going with your siblings? Were you like with your siblings at the same school or
There is a school in C1, at different grades again.
So you had protection, no snum taught but they were sister or brother or
I was soft, I'm not worried to get up.
Even your brothers.
My elder brother, who has a pitch come on. Soft. Come soft.
What?
No worry. It was not bullying primary. I see Papa by experience it, but I'm not as I experience of bullying. So protection excited.
You never needed any type of protection. Some going to bully you.
Yeah, Mar. Some so complicated.
I don't know, maybe we had cafeteria, but you like the pocket money.
I can sit going and I can do it.
And then your high school, where did you go to high school? Lulu. What was that like? Did you also have your siblings go to high school?
I only went with the last born, my youngest brother. Mawatle Alverton.
When now it's amazing. You spent like more than 2 years together.
Yeah. Yeah, no change of scenario where practice service. Alverton compared to practice the different environments jail. So you get exposed to life township than quite marine. Alverton marine very. So I feel like practice so if you practice it's different. Alverton so yeah.
Was it an easy transition for you to flower in because you cool, what was the transition like, the change of scenery? How did you take it?
I feel like I can fit in most of the time. Mara kitishiko well bakhwezi bawuthwa bawuthwa kamtodi Alverton ndiaswana. So bakhwezi bakhe kwalulu ne bayithwa kamtodi. Then ukopani kanti sayitsibeng then mola ne kufila nkare ke apilonga ke na le bona than the rest of the learners.
Because I'm asking, sometimes I wonder, how do we experience high school? So did you guys feel like batubaka ba level somehow, or lena maybe level somehow? Do these groups mix, Or that there was never nothing like that? Everybody was just like everybody.
Even though they see too much, who feel like I say if carried on and written or Lunyana or Nava or Mara Nernoswana, Baba and Schwerner Eroswan.
And then after high school, what did you do?
Yeah, after high school.
When was this? When did you leave high school?
He did matric in 2017. Then from 2018 until 2022, Kenya can space facilities as wage.
What's a wage? How does that happen? It became a bigger gap.
Yeah.
And didn't you apply while you were still in matric?
I did, Marabam. But they rejected applications, Jack. So, which
stream in high school?
Commerce.
Was it your personal decision? Not already decided to club or
science like in maths, except physics, include Namara. Maths needs a very weakness, I guess, so in Casatom. Maths like alright. It's so for a failure subject to fail no rocket. So a two failure then we have one subject to pass a sharp and then no by one. So yeah, I'll show you very missed since grade 18. Go fail. No,
this was probably your maths teacher. So I didn't even maths is probably because they don't have good maths teachers.
Yeah. Always. Yeah, Jeding shouldn't work you show you very maths. Nearly hash morarin. So can one it's better he would do commerce.
So in high school we did economics, accounting,
the
business management, business studies. So when you were applying for varsity, what did you want to do?
I can fetch a metric ki fetch maths. Then kasana upgrade. Next.
Also I did a middle
So one lulu by can say but there are few maths fail.
Everyone had to do pure maths. Even now, is it still like that?
I see if you change but I next and no so on. I think by can say she did a grade 9, but from next year. I thought
yeah.
So I got we did from grade 10 to 12 and 0 fail.
Failing how bad? Like
Level 1.
Level 1? Shit.
That's too bad.
God damn it. Yeah.
So, I can apply. Obviously, university didn't choose na maths. So,
what were you applying for?
Like the right loan or at least but long accommodate or social work and business management. It was not just so, but I still cannot reject you. And then, Kabama 2020, so I need to access to exercise and a t-shirt around by the mark. They did like a cousin yaka, Lee some guy work sees you, John or Alverton. The bank apply, so whenever the applications the will about puts or apply then the Trilang Pill, next I did an then about Pisba apply, no which email you regret to inform. You just get ready to roka one email out to school. You regret. Yeah, when you regret. So,
didn't that affect you in anyhow? Or you were just
it affected me emotionally. Because now feeling more painting kwa ga ba mpotsa ba re Zanele Masuku pone re lose it weight nna le go ke lose it someone because no one can kill it lose it weight is serious. So neng affected emotional ke re no bona ka ke a phela mara or ke phelelang a bontshe. So ka 2022 mo ga re ga ngwaga wa ba le di applications just second semester UNISA. And then cousin ya ka mpomelela rwang apply. Then I did apply. Ka June ka hwetša email ya gore swantse ka July ke thoma di studies tša ka tša Bachelor of Education ya ke register. So le gona ke sa tshepa gore ya direga ntho serious because January di gane mara June di a dumela. Yeah, ka thoma from July 2022 until gona jwa.
So what were you doing in all that 2 years? Was it from 2018 to 2022? Yes, that's like 4 years. What were you doing in that space? And how did you survive? Because I know the mental health, especially if I get about after matric, you know, maybe class. How big was your matric class? Maybe 14, and people are out there at school.
Yeah, commerce class so maybe 38 somewhere. Yeah, mara most of them by Trujipil ka di studies chabon, the college and whatnot. Then ki breakile the communication ya kalbon because aknya ke mothatlo mpotsa nna ke dira Zanele lo dira then we're not doing anything. Feel like I are 50, so we live in different worlds. So the classmates check a jading shakes at work on Facebook, WhatsApp, next communicate everyone because there was nothing to tell them about Bujang. Zanele salary no yeah, we salary every year salary. So yeah, that's why it's never hot one very keen.
By the time this ends. Trust me, a lot of people from high school are gonna be remembered. Like, hey, girl, what's up? Like, what's happening? So, during that time, you were just at home living, Azango Atrero, to do something else. Tell me, when did you start writing? Your background doesn't define you.
I started writing it in 2015. In grade 10.
In grade 10.
And then I finished it in grade 12.
In grade 12?
First 10.
You finished there in 2017. So it took you 2 years. 2 years to write.
Yeah.
Why? Why did you decide to start working on a book? Where did that thought come from?
It was my sister's death. In 2014, I lost my elder sister, Smangele. And then, it was smooth. Epilepsy. And then, I did a next I achieved a next the studies because there was none to a guide because which ne 3 times per day. Swantse a fainting and like so I will now roka school I will now roka bereka uphila so o dire so phelo ba gare ka moka ana ngwana ana next and then we tja hlokofala then I realized storm Smangele batho ne ba sa mtsebe there was nothing to tell ka phelo ba gare ka feel gore if I write a book ka yena maybe I can be famous even and then I Japan notebook then I realized marongwa lanka because school utlogetša dira grade 10 bolwetši bo bomthoma dira grade 10 so utropile out ga grade 10 a dula gae le bolwetši bo ba ga ana ngwana ga zanka bereka felo ge o ka rongwala puka eno ngwalang besides the episodes and then ka feel let me do it about myself and then ke tlo add mo pukung re ke ntse ngwala so ke 2 minutes so ke ngwala puke ne ke direla yena then ka ngwala ka bona di ngwalege ka bophelo ba ka ke fluent yeah that's so
ke bona as I was reading or there were some of your classmates in class but rongwala puku What did that feel like?
I want to go to the serious. Criticism ki face chenka kapuke nearly too much. Because emule munge ki moja na like marazanele lwini ucho Alverton no. Ona mo uno one no that's I feel. So
it was bad. And then what made you to keep trying to be persistent?
Nailing to allow Yakuba prove wrong or it will direct and then lower Rekidujikili one king while like a one or dear Walera. So Reking while a dear Walera about one criticize okay, I'm on the right path. I carry down Walera, I stike somewhere where the village can mind doing. Then I kept on writing.
Sadly, I never got to the end part. But tell me, how did you know that you are now done writing? Because with an autobiography, I mean, you're still here, you're still living, and you're living about your life. How do you decide, or okay, this is where I'm gonna leave it at, and probably ship it out?
It just felt like this
is enough.
Enough, yeah. Stop more. And then if we are going to then maybe you can want a second one, Mara. I can say.
Where do you get the confidence to publish, to say, I've written this and I'm going to put this vulnerability about who I am to the public, to the world? Was that something you made on your own? Or about, I don't know if how many people read your manuscript before you turned it into a book? What was that like?
The first one who read it, Nearly Mempagwa, my maths teacher. Ki feel na manuscript like Mojari, ki wadile book and then I could see the way forward. And then she read the book, early one, and then I writing next kadi Wala and stuff. Marautsiba Mr. Matimano practice here. Which a manuscript of Matimani. I'll check or we sharp now or a correct most one correct one. And then now for Matimani. Matimani now Vala. If it's a Vala, Neta my correct the grammar the mistake one. And then I fetch a Vala I did a meeting. Arunya little papa. Then I was like, why did you book them? But you papa, what's in a guy on
And this time you're over 18. You're not
still
how old were you?
Nikili, I think why did it grade 10 I get? And then grade 11 initially enough and a manuscript to go and then go film and papa or give you show when taking while it's worth being published or not. And then by me take direct grade 11 papa. I really took a Matiman really Saturday. Then never feel like Kiwilachili said deep come up. But for one revival and when I was a maritime, should do bleach and come up to whole for win.
Can we pause there and give us some of that before we continue with the story?
Okay. Not believer who by dim, just say trouble. Then believer, the Lucha did around the challenges, Jericho Panancho and Amopulon. The affect the guitar be as fine. And then obviously bleaching. Both his parents were married, like they were conceived. So, Baronalin, Baba Balang Nubari, Kiruhi Bumakulaka, Kaulela or Papaka was conceived out of wedlock. We'll go like it.
Are you saying they were married or they were not?
They were married to their partners, respectively, and then they cheated on both their partners, Baba and Papa.
Oh shit. Yeah.
So that's why,
Yo.
She
Goddamn. You put that in your book. How did your dad feel about that? Did he know that that's coming out in the book?
o tsebile ge ba botša ke Matemane cause yena manuscript o ba sa o bala. Mara ne re na le go ba le such conversations gae ge ke ngwala pukene ne re bolela ka papa o find.
Did he know that you were writing though?
Go ka tseba bodise ke Matemane.
And then what was his reaction when Matemane told him about that?
Ne a se surprised because he
knows.
Yena ne a sa feel like ke insult. Yena the way I
Message to you guys out there that feel like feeling things you know nothing about. Yeah.
So yena ne a se shocked. Azanka nkomanya le re le one or Zanele
why would you do that?
Yeah. So you know batho ba bala ba feel nkare Zanele mo ona.
What other deep thing?
It's only that.
It's only that.
Because can ki kwishisha gore no I carry ko Alverton ba tseba re ba ga Mokwena. Then puki tshwilwe ngwa di lo Masuku.
They were like, "Hey yo, hold up." Like, hey yo Zani, what's up? Hold up. Can you tell us what's going on?
So ni feel nkare go ingwala o tlo clear message.
Now you motherfuckers gotta go and buy the book. They gotta go buy the book and know what really happened. Yeah. So yeah, Lagamatamani, let's continue that story. So Lagamatamani, you're with your dad, you're having that meeting about reviewing your manuscript, and then what happens?
And then Matemane ampocha gore the way I did lanka one no feel it's worth being published. Story sake is more see deep for age yaka and seek educate a lot of people out there. And then I'm padi number to publisher and I Tumisho. Ili working 30 maidi or Polokwane. So umpili contacts jara gore re nyaka publish exonchi ke bile le and then to publish a book. And then financially dimisa kopane.
What were the numbers? What do they want? How much did they want? What do they want from you? They wanted your manuscript. You had to come up. Like what's about what was the actual procedure? Like banyagile baronya go publish maybe a certain number of books. You should have this much. What was that like?
Communication at Namatomo nailing bad because I agree on a lot of things. But what it should be typed and then saved as a PDF or Romela electronically. Then Kaidira Kabaromela yon then Barkipatele 1,000 rent. Publish
for publishing.
And then Kairumela 1,000 new. And then after more ampa which is a sample what la copy one so amponchar ki level lo resharp.
But design cover, the text, everything.
Naili net so net sending me Mokwena that time. And then I level like a one ili sharp like and then Kairumela back I given the mistakes is sharp. And then like expected Lord Baswanchi actually pill by did copy shading waken. And then I'm put out I did the copy shading or swanch over the charity wakey either. Ilor matumo nas umpudis or it's 1,000. Okay. And then probably that confusion
more costs just keep coming up.
And then Kafilangaru maybe I communicate enough I in detail matumo or udirehang. And then after moka kaitlorela kachwanyana mo no confusion I can understand why expensive patel more money and what not. Then
when is this happening?
2020.
2020.
And then ka nisa sa bitse ka sona sefantse sa ga Mokwena kere then ke vile up mo yona ka mo ke skola hlakane ka mo ke puka hlakane ke dije ka mo kwa bona
no ba mazigzag
yeah ka tswa mo tsona nje no ba Zanele for phila nje sa di remix then this year ka January sfanise ka change kere ka hwetša pasa ya ga Masuku and then ka April ka hwetša tšhelete NSFAS and I was like ye re ko patela pukela ko bona gore gonjalo go ka direga or not kere and then ka communicate le nna ntate Maiti gape gore ke sa le interested in publishing the book and then ampotsa gore ke tshwanetse ke patele bokae kere
how much this nigga want?
Hey, that's affordable this time around.
How much is it?
I won't say it. Then ka irumela tšhelete wa kere and then ampotsa gore tšhelete ke irumetseng e tlo dira 50 copies kere and then
Boma 5,000 umafele boma 5,000 for 50 copies rana mo
less than 5
boma 3
and then diatla di copies tše fa kere and then ka post
wait you can print less than 50 books with less than 3,000 okay let's continue
then I post on Facebook WhatsApp even though WhatsApp but na di contacts tša batho ba bantši then batho nka re ne ba sa understand gore go direga ka posta la mathomo
what's happening
then ka re my half brother even though anya ke mmetša half brother but yeah ke half brother di batho a nyakela di contacts tša journalist ya Steelburger
ke mang ya name
ke lebet motsimo
oh ke dibete
a nyakela tsona then ka bolela le yena gore ke ngwadile book and then ke nyaka go advertise then a re ke msendele picture ya book and then ra communicate again I publish I dira mo go Steelburger
I published an article with you on the Steelburger oh what was that like when that came out
ke mo batho ba thome go bona gore ai manza za serious kante because re jajile ke postela mathomo no ba di congrats nyana wa bona then ba itse bona ntwele then ba bona re ena serious kante mo di book serious batho ba share ka bontši una di congrats tse dintši then nna ka fila re ya jalo bona ke ngwadi book jalo o bona ke recognition ene ke nyaka le mathomo. So yeah.
And then when is this happening? Article Steelburger joining
25 April.
On the 25th of April, last month. Last month. How has your life been since that day and the article came out until now? What would you say has changed besides your bank account?
Ke receive a lot of words of encouragement from people. Gore batho ba ne kopana le bona tseleng ino ba di show e ba kopana le nna no isa for ba show ba fita ba ana le that za re proud ka wini even though feel like I get spotlight on me mara sometimes na le
makes you feel good.
Yeah, booster confidence, yeah.
Other than that, that's it. What do you what have you learned in the experience, like what it took for you to get there and what it's going and what's currently happening and going on in your life? What do you think is there to take from the whole experience?
God's God's timing.
And all of these things happened when you changed from Mokwena to Masuku. when you recognize the people that know who you really are.
Le yona ke nagana ka re eng affectile ya surname because since ke change ga ona le changes nyane tse dingwe mo bophelong ba ka personally ke a di bona ne ke sa di bone
on a random
yeah le ya surname le yona ke nagana ka re it played a role mo book e be published because I don't know gore nka leta mengwage ka moko e no ba le confusion eng then ka re go change then dilo di ba smooth sailing so yeah ke nagana ka re was change go Nzambi anyway.
You took a bet on yourself because you know a lot of people have ideas. Can you ever drinking yogurt and change your stuff? As I was saying, I feel like a lot of people have dreams, aspirations, and some goals, but they never actively. I mean, you took your money you're probably supposed to buy books with, or maybe buy groceries, food, and then you put it in your book, an idea that you had, and it could have failed. There's a lot that could have went sideways. You know, you wouldn't be here. You maybe Gilbert publishing book news. But you took that risk. You bet on yourself. You know. And now numbers, probably more people are going to buy your book. They're trying to find out what your story is. Yeah. How do I say this? Are you someone that takes criticism well? You know?
I don't.
Why not? Is it because are you sensitive? Or is that a self-esteem thing, or what is it? Where do you think that comes from? Are you short-tempered? You said you are short-tempered. I remember you said that in your book.
Yeah.
Is it really who you are, or maybe it's something you learned from your surroundings?
It's who I am.
It's who you are.
Because the short temper I believe you will quite fast so.
I used to be like that.
Why change?
Yeah. Reading changed, helped me change. Reading books that you know, there's a lot of information, there's a lot of things you could try that they tell you on how to improve your emotional intelligence. And when you're short-tempered and you become impulsive, some I don't know, are you also impulsive? You know, you're just short-tempered. Would you make a second edition of your book? Maybe if it was to get reviewed. Have you had the reading sessions where you call maybe where would someone go to a reading session with book signing? Have you thought of doing stuff like that, doing PR for your book?
Initially I thought about it. I think before I even published the book, mentality book by publish it book launch.
Book launch.
Yeah, over book launch, but to reka book autography and stuff. Maybe it was just a dream. I didn't know this for TV, or it was for more money. So yeah.
So now you think the only thing that's stopping you from doing those type of, you think it's the pocket, or is it fear, or is it just you being scared to actually take the more risks now see how many people will show up, how many people won't show up?
I think it's both.
It's both.
Financially, I don't think I could host any book launch.
We're back on the Desert Podcast. Please hit the subscribe button if you haven't. If you're coming back to watch the show, please leave a comment. Tell us, what do you think Zanele should do or say if you're busy watching? Any suggestions? If you could help with something like a book launch, what do you think she should do there? Yeah, we were talking about book launch, Lord, watch out because you're scared and maybe financials. What if maybe we could get Bonabo Tabamashate to sponsor us with a venue? Okay, let's just say we have a venue. What Shotagang? Let's say we have a venue. A venue is out of the way. You would have to get more copies. Oh, Marisha, how many copies have you sold?
It's 30 something. I don't count the exact number, Mara. 30 something.
How much does your book go for?
200.
200 a copy. So we're sitting with my 10K something in sales. And I'm just trying to mention the success of it. This happened after the article that dropped on Steelburger. So in less than 30 days, you've already sold more than 30 copies. Congratulations. Big shout out to you. Yeah. Because I feel like maybe you should do something like that. Have a launch where we sit in a setup like this. And Bakersford has a lot of readers. Do you know that? There's a lot of people that like reading that would want to come to like an exclusive event, like a reading session where we go there. We do it different. Maybe now I'm a creative. We do something different. Maybe we pick everybody. Let's say you invite like 15 people. You give them exclusive invites, like Melo was saying. Then from all that 15, everybody maybe comes with like their favorite paragraph from the book, anything that they think is intriguing, motivating, life-changing, and then they get to come say it on stage, or they just send you those things if they're shy, and then we read those parts on stage, and then we interpret them, what they mean. We have like some sort of a creative session like that. What do you think?
It could work in my favor. I like the idea.
You like the idea? Would you be keen to try it out?
Yeah.
I think maybe we should. So, have you had any challenges besides since you launched, since you started selling your book? Have you experienced any form of challenges? I don't know in what kind. Or there's just been a smooth ride. We're cruising nice.
The book says it's days. No, much feeling kind of but shit value with book. And then there are days where
they flock in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Besides sales, there hasn't been any. And but do they come back to you to give you feedback, or buying? It's just buy. There is no. Are you forming any kind of relationships with your customers? Are you creating a clientele base? Do you have access to them? What's next time I drop a second book? Do you have like a mailing list of these guys? Do you have their contacts? If let's say maybe you drop a reviewed, maybe second edition, let's say you improved maybe a lot of stuff in your book, you added more stories. But again, hip hop, the deluxe, maybe you drop like a deluxe where there's like maybe an extra chapter that we don't know, maybe you tweaked some stories. How are you gonna find your people again? Or if they're gone, they're gone.
Baba reguleng. Ba closely. Most of them ki the neighbors chaka tsena bona kereke ba dula kwa Alverton. Ba kena le two fela ba ileng di clients tša gole. O mongwe o tšwa Polokwane, o mongwe tšwe Thula Mahashi. So ba kholi ne ke communicate bona ka WhatsApp mara since ba re ke book so which is sure ba e rata or not ke nana nka tsona se ba fi na kunyana cause motho ya sa e rekile go ne then ka msono motisha
it's not like it's a song.
Yeah. So yeah, after some time and maybe June ka thoma ba botšisha ba ba e rekileng gore how do they find it. Then there's one also practicer like na na comment ya re no mpora so e killing practicer go deliver dibuku. And then excited delivery ena motho ona then o mpotsa gore o bone go ba re ke publish dibuku and what not. Then yena ke motho wa go bala dibuku online. I should do PDF version or some kind yena di book just so the hard copies a bale ore ke mleverage ke go ampora nyana anyway mara ka sanya go champisha also wa ompora oba. Yeah,
But we need to go digital if we have to. You know, you can get your book you can sell it on Takealot, even now on Amazon. It doesn't have to be the digital version. You can sell I don't know how that works. I don't know what's the logistics behind selling on Takealot. Or maybe when people order from Takealot, they tell you, we have these orders from these people, then you give them the books, then they ship them to those people. I think you should find out how that works. But now we can just go and Takealot. Your background doesn't define you. Why did you choose that title, by the way?
I didn't choose it.
How did it come about?
I can remember feeling memphakwa number one, and then I think she read it with her husband. And then na title le nekinyaka nearly my 15 years of experience about life. And then
wouldn't sell. I'm sorry. wouldn't move.
Yeah, no, like choose that title. And then I'm putting our title I fit the story and then I'm pay this title or I should say your background doesn't define. Munna wa memphakwa.
I'm gonna call them. Yeah, but by that nigga some code. That's a very good title.
Yeah.
So before we did, because Gabon should diverge into a whole lot of general stuff. Could you give us a summary? Could you give us a summary of your book? Is it there on the back?
It's not there.
Well, we need a revised version of. We need a summary. We need a. Your background doesn't define you. Autobiography, Masuku, Zanele, Tumisho. Evan, la spade, la Suzu. What's going on? Yeah, this is what we need. We need a
summary.
We need a summary here at the back. Let's see. Yeah, there's a lot. But we'll talk about it off camera. It's okay. There's a lot we'll talk about. But yeah, give us a summary.
It just speaks about my life. I wrote it the same way a person would write a journal or a diary. The things I experienced daily when I was still schooling. And then I added some of background. Yeah. So ke ediling maphelo a batswadi ba ka, and then le bophelo bo nna ne ke bophelo at the time ke ngwala buke. So ne e bolela ka nna on a daily basis gore ne ke dirang, what I was going through. Yeah.
That's not a summary. Like, give us like the hot stuff. Because you've already given something interesting that you said was a little bit too personal. We talked about that, about you, the thing with your dad and your surname. But what other highlights? What do you think are some of the highlights that happened that you talked about in your book?
It was just my childhood days and my high school days. The things that I went through at
Highlights.
that time.
Give us.
Like during Maras.
Okay, what were your highlights from, like, what do you remember enjoying doing in high school? Your ex, that guy who broke your heart in high school.
I like you did that part.
Yeah, but who broke your heart in high school? Do you remember his name?
How could I forget his name?
What happened? Did you find him with somebody? What happened?
He just wasn't into me.
He wasn't into you. So what did he break up with you, or he cheated? What happened?
He cheated on me. We dated for a year. I think I was doing grade 7 at that time. And then relationship first relationship.
You had your first relationship in grade 11?
Yeah, so I guess like for a very as a girlfriend, so we didn't do much. No one like will blame him. I didn't know if I was him. Yeah. Maragai added that part, yeah. I'm sure.
Why not? Wasn't that part of your life, or it's not stuff you'd rather talk about?
It's not what I'd rather talk about.
What else? What were you doing? Do you do anything besides writing? What are your hobbies? What does Zanele's life look like on a daily basis? If you were to give us like a summary of a random day in Zanele's life, think of it like an episode of something. Tell us, she wakes up, she eats magwenya, she kasopo.
That's why I said if boring was a person, it would be me.
Tell us, though. We'd like to know.
There's nothing interesting about it.
We would still like to know. We will decide whether it's interesting or
It's
not.
not. I can tell you it's not interesting. I'm always at home, indoors, spending some time with my family, parents and siblings, playing with my nephews. Then on social media, I get that active. Work on Facebook, you wouldn't tell. So there's nothing much.
What do you do for fun? What do you regard as fun? Sitting at home with your family and siblings, or
it's not fun. Not ignoring.
Then what do you regard as fun? What would you rather do?
I also experience fun.
So you don't know?
Yeah.
Okay. Nah, you need to live a little. You need to live a little. Would you go bungee jumping?
I would.
You would. Zip lining? Hiking?
It's also matter my hair. Like
5 minutes. Okay, we are wrapping up in 5 minutes. Yeah, so that's why I'm asking, like, if you were to say I'm going out to have fun, since you're saying you haven't really, like, what are you open to? Would you rather go drink, go out to party, go to coffee? Or
drinking yona ke rata na ke limita ke chalete.
So if you had 10K right now, you'd go and ball out, buy the Hennessy, go coffee, and
ene sa ke no decide ke mara yeah nka dinwa even though ke tla wa ka pela mara yeah drinking
Ditaka go do Hennessy class champagne so go bolela taba tse dingwe tšintši ka kudu.
nna ke nagana nka re yeah ge nka ba le tšhelete ya
You
fane
find
ka
out.
experience
Obviously, you still need to find out what you regard as fun. Okay, I understand. No pressure there. So, do you have any other plans? What are you doing this year?
I'm studying.
You're studying. What are you studying?
Bachelor of Education, teaching.
Bachelor of Education. You want to be a teacher.
Yeah.
You want to teach children. Are you patient enough to teach children?
I'm still training.
You're still training.
Yeah.
You're doing like your first or second year?
Second year.
How is it?
I enjoy it. I enjoy doing practicals more than being at home and studying.
You enjoy being in class?
Yeah.
Primary or FET?
High school.
Which subject?
Grade 8 and 9 key EMS, 10 to 12 key economics or business studies.
So you went, because that's what you did in high school. Okay. No, good luck with that. So if people want to buy your book, back to Lapi.
On Facebook, it's Zanele Tumisho. And then my numbers, I don't know how they will get them. Yeah.
Now hit me up. I'll give you her numbers if you're trying to get the book. Yeah. Are you only on Facebook, on the socials?
Facebook and WhatsApp.
Alright. We out here at Kanya Vision Studios. Kanya _vision on the gram. _. It's just Kanya Vision on Facebook. Kanya Vision. It's just Kanya Vision. We out here. This is where we're handling the beeswax. This is Caesar Odriego. A lot of these handles, Kanya Vision, you'll find them in the description so that you can follow us. Mawatle is out there. We're selling some fresh golfers as you see me rocking. They go for like 300, top quality. Totally the cap as you can see for 150 bucks. Yeah. Your background doesn't define you. Autobiography by Zanele Tumisho goes for 200 bucks. It's available. It's already hard copy. After this interview, I'm going to convince her to go sell it on Boutique Lot and stuff. We'll talk about that. But yeah, we signing out. We nice. Do you want to say anything? Say something to the 12-year-old Zanin. What would you say to her, 12-year-old you?
Nothing much has changed. I'm still pretty much the same. So yeah.
You wouldn't say anything to the 12-year-old you?
I'm still that 12-year-old.
I doubt it. I highly doubt it. I'm sure
Serious?
you've grown a lot. A lot has changed. Yeah, fella. Feeling. Yeah, okay guys, bye-bye.